Good evening, and welcome to episode 112. Yes, that's right. Episode 112 of the Houston Roundball Review presents Folks Talking Sports. I'm going to fly solo for a few minutes, but I'm going to do two episodes of FTS this evening. The first one, colleague Willy Gibson will join me momentarily, wrapping up Browns coverage. I think the Browns beat the Niners today, ending the 49ers win streak or something like that. He'll discuss that. We'll talk some college football as well. So be back. He'll join me in about 10 minutes. And then in about 2.5 hours, have another edition of Folks Talking Sports with colleague Kenitra Pulliams. KP and I will discuss the upcoming Big 12 basketball tip-off taking place this week, Tuesday and Wednesday. So, yep, I'm going to pull double duty, but enjoy this mellow vibe and be back in 20 seconds. Welcome back to episode 112 of the Houston Roundball Review presents Folks Talking Sports. Miss Wanda, thank you very much for chiming in. I'm not expecting many people to watch live the 8:30 special edition show this evening, especially if you are an Astros fan or, heaven forbid, a Rangers fan. Why? Whatever. Sorry about that. No, I'm not. It's my show. It's my channel. Hey, I don't like anything Dallas. Nothing Dallas. Dallas area. Nothing. Miss Wanda, how are you? Hope you're doing well. Are you wearing your Astros gear, decked out with your jerseys, cap, what have you? Make a prediction on that. Astros and how many in this best of 7 series in the American League Championship Series? I thought it'd be a sweep. 4, 5, 6, or 7 Astros win, advance to the World Series. I'm not a baseball fan. Haven't been since I was 10, okay? When I dozed off at a baseball game. When I was 10, that was it for me right there. But it doesn't mean I don't know the game, don't know the sport. I do know that the Astros have reached the ALCS, or the Championship Series, 7 straight seasons, and that bothers some folks. It perturbs some folks. I'm here for that. I like getting under people's skin. I like when teams rub folks the wrong way. Team success rubs people the wrong way. I like that. It's part of the reason why I was a Bad Boys fan, because it pissed folks off seeing Detroit win championships and how they did it. I like that. I like when you're not happy. Yep. Call it petty sometimes, but hey, I got to be me. You got to be you. You do you. I'll do me. Miss One, let's talk about it. Let's talk about Thursday's shocker. The shocking come from behind, come from ahead, come from behind win by the Houston Cougars football team, 41-39 on a 49-yard touchdown pass from Donovan Smith to Stephon Johnson. Deflection. Stephon caught it in the end zone. Shocked the Mountaineers faithful who were there, who were on the message boards. Oh, my gosh, I can't believe you lost this game. Neil Brown lost to Dana Holgorsen. Oh, no. We got the wrong head coach. Oh, my gosh. Oh, no. Y'all can have Dana back if you want him. Not too many Cougar fans would miss Dana if y'all came in and took him away like Calgon. Take him away. That's just me. Miss Wanda, how do you feel about it? Are you still rejoicing in the come from behind victory by the football team to pick up their first Big 12 football victory, joining soccer and volleyball, picking up their first Big 12 wins? And ironically, all of those were over West Virginia. Go figure that. But we're going to talk some college football nationally when Willy Gibson joins. Talk about his Ohio State Buckeyes. We got to talk about Colorado losing at home to Stanford. I believe they lost a 29-zip lead at halftime and lost. So has the bloom and the shine fallen off Coach Prime, that rose that is Coach Prime, the flash in the pan, the celebrity, all the glitter. All that glitter is not necessarily gold. Gian Cardenas, how are you? I'm going to say howdy back to you. Welcome, welcome, welcome. You got to toss in some Rocket stuff. I hope you've had a chance to see the clips that I posted in everybody. Well, I was going to ask about that, but yeah, got to bring it up. Soccer lost to Texas 6-1. Thank you for the update, though. Appreciate that. But if you haven't had a chance to see the clips from today's Rockets practice, one video of head coach Ime Udoka, and the other one of Alprin Alp Shingun. Yes, they are in different format. They are in the Instagram, TikTok format, but they're on the Houston Roundball Review channel. Different format, different way to reach the audience. Yeah, I know they lost. Volleyball lost to Texas. Yeah, I know. You're bringing me down, man. You bring me down here. This is being upbeat. Upbeat. We can talk some. Well, it's going to be a sign. Come on, Cardenas. Do you believe the football team beat the Longhorns this coming Saturday on October 21st? Do you really? Straight up, do you believe that the Cougars will make it 2 wins in a row and shock everybody except Andy Yanez, who still guarantees that the football team will defeat the Longhorns this Saturday, October 21st, 3 p.m. kickoff inside TDECU Stadium? Do you believe him like that? Because I sure don't. I think the spread is now 22. See, that's what I want. It's an honest assessment. Just make it competitive. Look competitive. Look like they're competing, like they're trying. Look like Dana Holgorsen is being aggressive from the opening kick and not making excuses. Well, we don't have the talent with the Longhorns, and why bother going into my bag of tricks because we're going to lose anyway, kind of stuff. Come on, man. You get paid well, very well, to compete with the best in the Big 12 this season. Not a bridge year, this season. See what you can do, lead this team, and be competitive this Saturday against the Longhorns, October 21st. Game is going to be on Fox, I believe, but the game is sold out. I wonder how many people will be wearing Cougar red and how many people will be wearing that nasty burnt orange, or as I call it sometimes, that puke orange color. Will it be 50-50? Will it be 40-60 with the 40% Cougar red? Will it be 60-40 Cougar red? What say you who are chiming in, watching on YouTube and Facebook, watching this edition of Folks Talking Sports? What do you predict? Give me predictions. Give me predictions on the outcome. Give me predictions on the crowd, the colors in the crowd, the percentage of colors in the crowd. What color will dominate the crowd? Will it be Cougar red or that burnt orange? Something about that. The color is called burnt orange. What's wrong with folks? A burnt color? Longhorns always got to be different. It's always different. And in case you're wondering, why are you talking about Kris? Kris, why are you hitting on the Longhorns? What are you doing that? My parents went to Texas. Okay. So my best friend went to Texas. Doesn't mean I got to like them, though. Okay. And I don't. I respect them, but I can't stand them. Most of them are arrogant and think their stuff don't stink. Think the sun doesn't shine until they wake up. All that kind of stuff. Pick a cliche, all that. But make a prediction. Who's going to win Saturday? Longhorns, Cougars, Andy Yanez, teacher Andy Yanez. He has not changed. He did kind of waver. He kind of waffled, but he has not changed. He's sticking with it. He's sticking with his guarantee. Guarantee that the football team, the Houston Cougars football team, led by one Dana Holgorsen, will defeat the Texas Longhorns this Saturday, October 21st. And yes, it's not just simply the fact that Andy is picking the Cougs to win. He's guaranteeing. Guarantee. Yes, and he said that this whole year. He said that way back months ago, and he's sticking with it. On Thursday's postgame show, Let's Rage Cougs Edition, he said, he guarantees the Coogs will beat the Longhorns this Saturday. I think he's lost his mind. I think the Longhorns are going to steamroll the Coogs. But what say you? Chiming in, watching on Facebook and on YouTube at the Houston Roundball Review channel, and also on the Folks Talking Sports YouTube channel. It's brand new, launching that slowly, but eventually, hopefully, when the sponsorships come in, start rolling in, we'll have the Folks Talking Sports, a dedicated channel for Folks Talking Sports as we continue to grow and keep hitting that rock. But that's in due time. Probably, who knows how long that'll take, but that's a goal, hope, dream to have the Folks Talking Sports YouTube channel take off like the Houston Roundball Review YouTube channel has taken off. But yes, please, please, please go take a look and listen to Alpin Shingun talking English. No translator. OG is not helping Alp this year yet. So Alp is answering questions in English. He's talking back to the reporters, media in English. If he has an issue with understanding a question, he says so. And he said so this afternoon to my man, Jackson Gatlin, a Cougar alum. And what Jackson said, and Alp is like, this is great. Y'all got to see it. Y'all have to see it. And Jackson was not embarrassed. I asked him if it was okay. I posted it in completely. He said, yeah, go ahead, because I'm going to as well. You got to see Alp and his response to Jackson's question. It's hilarious. Bring it in. None other. Looking mighty sharp. Looks like a minister. Or, I don't want to joke. Maybe he came from a funeral. I don't know. But, brother, Willy Gibson.
What's going down? What's going down?
How are you, sir?
Tired, brother, but all is well.
You made that drive?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Who was quarterback for the Browns today?
P.J. Walker.
So is there a controversy now, sir? A QB controversy?
No.
No?
It's funny you said that because I had someone else ask me, is P.J. Walker the future? I'm like, no, it's no controversy. No.
So how did it happen? How did the Browns defeat the 49ers?
The number one ranked defense, Jim Sports defense, is what did it.
Okay.
I saw a stat actually on my way here. Over 5 games, the Browns defense has allowed 1,002 yards, which is the least amount of yards allowed by the NFL defense in the last 50 years.
That's 200 yards a game, Will.
200 yards a game.
That's nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow, that is impressive.
Yeah. So the defense grinded it out. San Francisco was 5-0, averaging 34, 36 points a game, and scored 17 against that defense. Actually, if you really want to look at it, scored 10 because the last touchdown they scored was a 8-yard drive. It was an interception that the defender ran back to the 8-yard line. So actually at that point, that was the first time they had been inside the 10 all game.
Wow. So what was the reaction post game? Well, let me ask you first.
Yeah.
Were you surprised?
Yes. I'm gonna be honest. Yes. We talked pregame, and I said it'll be quick because I thought.
Yeah. Yeah, you did.
Just being honest. I was shocked because PJ Walker just got to Cleveland 5 weeks ago. He was in Chicago up until final cutdown day. And he, Kevin Rogers, who's on Kevin Stefanski's staff, and you know this, Kris, it's a relationship.
Oh, sure.
Everything in sports is relationship. Kevin Rogers was part of the Temple staff that recruited P.J. Walker to Temple.
Okay.
And so now he's in Cleveland. So when P.J. Walker became available, Kevin Rogers talked to Andrew Berry, Kevin Stefanski, and basically stomped on the table to make sure P.J. Walker was in Cleveland. So he just got to Cleveland 5 weeks ago. So that's why he didn't play 2 weeks ago against Baltimore when Deshaun didn't play the first game. Mm-hmm. They went with the rookie DTR Dorian Thompson Robinson because PJ hadn't been in the system long enough. They weren't comfortable putting him on the field without full knowledge of the system.
Sure.
So, I mean, he went out there today and he played well. One mistake, he threw a pass late in the game. He admitted post game he made a mistake, should not have thrown it. Almost was picked off in the end zone when they were driving for the game-winning field goal. But outside of that, I mean, he played a great game.
Good. Well, good for him. It's a surprising win. You admitted it. I'm sure some Browns fans admitted it as well.
Yeah, I mean, San Francisco, they started the week, I believe they were a 4-point favorite. And as time went on and it became official that Deshaun wasn't playing, I believe kickoff, they were a 9.5-point favorite.
Wow.
On the road.
The bettors were wrong too. So it happens sometimes.
Yeah.
And speaking of, I'm going to tie it all together. The bettors were also wrong about West Virginia on Thursday, Brother Gibson, because they were 3-point road favorite over the Houston Cougars. And if I were a gambling man, which I'm not anymore, I'd put money on West Virginia.
Did you? Oh, you would have?
I would have. No win where I'd have thought this was going to happen. The Cougs found a way to win.
Yep.
Donovan Smith completed his last 16 passes.
Ooh.
He was perfect in the second half with his passes, including the game winner, 49-yarder. What's your definition of a Hail Mary? Is it a rainbow pass or is it just a long pass?
I'll combine the two. A long pass that ends up in the end zone.
Okay, because that's how Houston won. It wasn't really a rainbow pass, but hey, deflected, Tom Jackson and
knock it down.
Knock it down.
Knock it down.
They didn't do that.
Yep.
And Stephon Johnson ended up with it, catch and got it in the end zone. And Houston won 41-39. Shocked Miss Wanda Polk. Shocked a lot of Cougar people as well. Shocked Dana Holgorsen because minutes prior, Houston was ahead 35-32. That's right. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
West Virginia, 4th and 10. Well, 4th and 10 at the 50-yard line.
Yeah.
Complete a pass at the 27. Receiver runs it in the rest of the way.
Oh. 4th and 10. Wow.
On 4th and 10. And the camera's pan to Holgorsen. And he kind of took off his headset. And the look on his face was like, you have got to be kidding me. How are we we're going to lose like this? Are you serious?
Yeah.
But his players, his offense, the same young men who weeks prior in a loss to Rice said they did not have the will to win, came through and got the dub. Hey, the Mountaineers were called for a excessive celebration penalty on the touchdown. So the 15-yard assessment. They kicked off at the 20. That made a big difference. So Houston basically got the ball at midfield, basically. Got around their own 40, 45. One completion, out of bounds, got to the 50, 49, and then set up their play. But you add 15 more yards to that.
Right.
It would have been much more difficult.
Yeah.
But, hey, things happen. But West Virginia also does what I don't like defenses doing. When you know the only option is for the team to throw it into the end zone, don't send 3 people. Don't give the quarterback a chance to scramble around. Go get that man. What's he going to do?
Yeah.
If you blitz him, you got to throw it short. Then your guys got to tackle. Well, if y'all can't tackle, then you don't deserve to win anyway. But don't give him a chance to run around, heave it down the field to the end zone. That's what happens. I mean, I know it doesn't happen all the time, but if you give them a chance to do it, it can happen. Rather, if you send pressure, and they got to him a few times, if you send pressure, then he's not going to reach the end zone. Then you're setting up laterals and all kinds of other stuff to try to get down the field. What's it called, Will? Matriculate the ball down the field to get to the end zone. Brother Gibson, how did the Ohio State Buckeyes do?
Ohio State won 41-7 Saturday against Purdue. They won the 3rd leg of the Indiana State Championship. They previously beat Indiana and Notre Dame.
Mm-hmm.
and now they beat Purdue. So now they have one more game instead of Indiana, potentially. December 3rd. December 2nd.
December 2nd, yes. Yep.
Yes, December 2nd. Yeah, the Big Ten championship game.
I mean, the same day the Cougs will be playing in the Big 12 championship game, right?
Sure.
Right, Tony M, right, Miss Wanda? December 2nd, the Cougs will be playing in the Big 12 championship game of football. I know Tony would be just he's probably dying in this chair right now. Like, come on, Kris. There's no way in the world that's going to, and I agree.
Isn't it what is it? Longhorn week?
It is Longhorn week, yes.
Okay.
That's why I'll be the only one in Kansas City at Big 12 basketball tip-off, because everybody else will be here. All the colleagues will be covering Dana Speaks tomorrow for his weekly press conference. I won't be there. Got stuff to take care of before I head to Kansas City. So I'll be watching it on ESPN Plus. But it is Longhorn week, and that is the rationale that the TV people, the newspaper folks have cited to not send folks to Kansas City for Big 12 basketball, even though it is the first and only time that the Cougars will be the first year in the Big 12. But hey, Astros, Rangers starting in a few minutes. So it's game 1 of the ALCS. Game 2 is Monday. And they're off Tuesday, so they could go to media could go if they wanted to, but they're not going to.
Right.
Game 3 is Wednesday. Then game 3, 4, and 5 are Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Well, hey, I'm going to enjoy it. I mentioned it to you. I'm going to say it publicly now. For Tony, Wanda, John Cardenas, and others watching on Facebook and YouTube. Big 12 Commissioner Brett Yormark is not going to speak on both days of the basketball tip-off. It's women on Tuesday, men on Wednesday. Brother Gibson.
Yeah.
If I would have told you, if I had not have told you, 2 days basketball media days, and the commissioner is only going to talk on one day, which would you have picked if you didn't already know?
Truthfully, I would have said Tuesday, and because I thought about it after we text, and I said,
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, he starts at the beginning, one and done. This is the beginning. I make my statements, and we move on.
See, your logic makes sense. I think Miss Wanda's kind of surprised, but yes, Commissioner Yormark will talk to the media Tuesday. Women's hoops on Tuesday, not on Wednesday, men's hoops. But your logic makes sense. First day, talk to who's there. It's also a chance to give more attention to women's basketball.
Yeah.
Men's basketball is doing fine nationally.
Right.
In terms of the best, it's either Big 12 or Big East, then Big 10. You can, depends on what part of the country you're in, you get an argument on what's the best conference in men's hoops. Big 12 women's hoops is not as good as it used to be since Kim Mulkey left Baylor and went to LSU. It hasn't really been the same since.
Yeah.
Longhorns with Coach Schaefer, they were picked to win this year, but the Longhorns, this is their last year in the Big 12 for women's hoops. So there's going to be a void on women's side in the Big 12. And you know who's going to fill that void?
Coach Hughes.
No.
Oh, sorry.
I hope so. It's there for him to do it. But I think it's going to be Arizona, Colorado, Utah, when they come join the league next year.
That's right, Coach Barnes. That's right.
Yes.
Ooh.
Yes. And I've known Coach Adia Barnes. Let's see. The Comets have been around long. She played for the Comets for like a season or two. And that's when I met her. So I've known her that long. And I felt proud. Last season, Arizona played Baylor. It was like a double hitter in Dallas.
Yeah, I remember. Yeah.
And after the game, post game, she remembered me. I was like, oh, so see, I'm on my job, Miss Wanda. Folks still remember it. It's good to be remembered, Will, for the right reasons. It's good to be remembered. So,
yeah, without question.
I got a question for you, Brother Gibson.
Please.
James Harden. Did you see James Harden's comments? One of them, anyway, last few days.
Something about it's like a marriage. Something it'll
And
never
he wanted
be repaired.
he wanted to retire a Sixer, but the marriage, come on, James. I mean, really, Tony? Come on, Tony. What? When you read that, heard that, what did you think? Come on.
I thought back to I think it was KG at his podcast when he said, the league doesn't need him.
Yes.
So all of this stuff that he's doing, and bloviating and this and that and this one and that one, and it should have been me. And okay, you have 1 year left in your deal, and for you to say I only want to go to the Clippers, see, it's always funny to me when I hear things like that. I have to come up with a new team, because I used to say I would trade them to Milwaukee. Well, you can't do that anymore.
You do it now, yeah.
Yeah. Milwaukee or Memphis. But you can't do that now. So who do I got to find a new team to
trade them to the Wizards.
Right. The Wizards. Yeah. So I would trade them somewhere, the most undesirable place, because I do not have to trade. That's what I don't understand. This whole I'm going to do right by the player. I'm going to send him where he wants to go. No, I work for the organization. I'm going to make the best deal for the organization.
Yes.
Yeah. And by the way, if that happens to get the player to where he wants to go, fine.
Yeah.
But all this placating and I don't want to be here, but I want you to send me where I want to go, it's hustling backwards to me.
And then ownership doing it.
Yeah, right.
For pennies on the dollar. Like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
I want to take a moment to acknowledge Gus for a few comments. Appreciate you. He loves watching this channel. Yeah. More coverage of local sports than all AM stations combined. Go Coogs. Well, Gus, thank you for that, for sure. I'm not sure if that's true or not. I stopped listening to AM stations a long time ago. So could have been right after they all shunned me and stopped giving me time on the stations. But go figure. The Texans should be 4-2. They won today. A.D. Moore had his AdMax Corner show at 5 o'clock this evening with a wrap-up of their win over the Saints, 2013. I don't know about this one, though. Coogs should be 4-2. As long as Dana's in charge, I just don't have much hope for him.
Man, look at his next. Oh, okay.
But this one right here, that
one.
Dana will correct the ship and hopefully pull some tricks out of his bag. I hope he pulls some tricks out of his bag. I do that. I hope he's aggressive, leaves no stone unturned this Saturday. But I have zero faith in Dana as a head coach. Gus, you have faith in him. That's fine. I respect you on that. We can agree to disagree, and that's all part of the fun of this show. That's part of it. But this one right here, the next statement. Cougars should not sell their season tickets for profit and sell them to UT fans. It's America, man. It's capitalism at its best. I
can't get in that man pocket.
Yeah. I mean, heck, Thursday's game tickets went for as low as $2.
Oh, what was the crowd? What was the announced crowd?
The announced crowd, that's a great question, Will. The announced crowd was 31,000.
It's about what, 13?
Yeah, that 13 to 15,000. Yeah. It was nowhere near 31,000. Nowhere.
Okay.
No.
He said it's Longhorn week there. It's Penn State week here. So it's going to be interesting this week. Everybody's in the building this week.
Yeah. Well, everybody will be in the building media-wise this Saturday.
Yeah.
And let me say this, as a UH graduate and a Houstonian, Thursday kickoffs, especially at 6 p.m., we already knew that we did not expect a big crowd at the game on Thursday. So we weren't surprised. Then combine that with who they were playing, West Virginia, so not a Texas team, and combine that with the lack of hope fans have in Dana, especially at that point in time. you get what you get.
Yeah.
Now they came back and won, to their credit. Salute to the players for getting it done. Salute to the offense. Because the defense, 4th and 10 at the 50, give up a touchdown. I mean, you were that close to losing the game. Mr. Gibson, I don't know if I asked, did I mention this to you? If I didn't, my apologies. But here, that's why we have this show. During the broadcast, and I want to say it was in the 4th quarter, maybe late 3rd quarter, but during the broadcast, Spencer Tillman said that he's heard that Dana needed to win that game to save his job. He said it during the broadcast. I texted Andy. I said, "Did you hear what Spencer just said?" And he's like, "Yeah, I heard it." I was shocked because you know where I'm going with it, because Dana and Tillman are tight. I just don't see Tillman pulling the trigger on his man. Honestly, period. But truthfully, specifically during the season. And Spencer, he's got connections. I mean, he's in media, football connections, all of that. So he heard it from someone who he trusts enough to say that on the air, that Dana needed to have that win to save his job. So when the camera, when the Mountaineers scored that miracle touchdown in the final seconds and the camera panned over to Dana, one thought was, wow, are you serious? But another one was, I'm going to lose my job over this, man. I'm going to lose my job. But then his team came back and saved him. Saved his job. Well, first, I'll come back to that comment. John, I'll come back to the comment. But what is your reaction to that, what I just said about what Spencer said?
I guess I would ask to what you just said earlier about during the season, would they have done that during the season? Or is he saying it would have been like back of mind, like you lost to West Virginia in October. And Rice. And or is that just okay, no matter what he does? I don't know, because all right, so they're 3-3 now?
Yes.
Yeah. So let's say they go on a can't believe I'm about to say this. They go on a 7-game winning streak to finish 9-3.
Okay.
Because 8-4 gets you fired. But I digress.
Used to.
9-3 gets you fired at Ohio State, for real.
And I understand that. Yes.
Yeah, that's happened. The coach went 9-3 for like 6 years straight and didn't get to 7.
Well, you've already said that if they lose to the team up north this year, that'd be 3 years in a row. So
yeah, that man's 51-6, and they are on his neck. But I digress. Yeah, they would have had to done it. They would have had to do it after that loss if he lost that game, because hypothetically speaking, he does go on a 7-game win streak, finish 9-3. Can't fire him then, but
yeah,
I mean 3-3, possibly.
Well, I mean he could because it's his money, but he
could.
It'd be surprising. Yeah.
No, I'm looking at Gus's next statement. His last comment.
Oh yeah, I'll get to that too.
I know we talked about that.
We're gonna wrap that up. That's how we're gonna end the show with Jimbo's money. Oh yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I believe he heard it without question. I don't think Spencer Tillman is the type of guy to go rogue and go haphazardly and not make statements unless, like you said, he heard it from someone that he truly trusts and he was given the green light to go with it. Yeah. So somebody said it. Somebody feels that way, and from all indications and from what I know from our conversations, there's only one, for lack of a better term, straw that stirs the drink there in Houston. So, yeah, I believe it.
Now, back to the comment, Tillman is also a businessman. And that's what gives me hope that Tillman sees and heard all last week and read everything. $2 tickets, Will. The tickets were available for $2.
That's wild.
Fans had zero hope for this man to turn the program around. After Saturday's game against the Longhorns is a sellout. On the road, K-State is probably going to be a loss. Okay. Baylor's struggling too. That's a game in Waco after that. It's funny you talked about a winning streak because, D-Skill says the tickets got as low as $1 for the game against West Virginia. That's money. That's business.
Wow. What's the face value? I'm just curious. So Dallas, what is?
Will, that was in the lower bowl. Yeah, it was like the upper deck.
Wow.
Yes.
Wow.
Yes.
Wow. And we talked about what this game up here is going for up top.
Top. Yeah.
That's crazy.
But after K-State, at Baylor's struggling.
Yep.
Dave Aranda's his seat is very warm, very warm.
Yeah.
Homecoming is against Cincinnati.
Oh.
Cincinnati's struggling in their first year in the Big 12. So they could win that one. It wouldn't be a earth-shattering victory, but they could win that one.
Okay.
Then Senior Day is against Oklahoma State.
Oh, who did that?
Yeah, that's kind of surprising. Senior Day against Oklahoma State. Yeah.
That's wow.
But then their last game is at UCF, who is also struggling in their first year in the Big 12.
That should have been okay. Why not Cincinnati as Senior Day?
It should have flipped it. Well, I mean, you had homecoming. You don't want Oklahoma State for homecoming.
Oh, and then I guess.
So.
Yeah, I guess, yeah.
But out of those, after K-State, okay, so we assume Longhorns is going to be a butt whooping, okay? At K-State, probably a loss as well.
Okay,
so they'll be 3-5. Here we go, Will. 3-5, that's 8 games. Got 4 to go. At Baylor.
Let's give it to them, 4-5.
Cincinnati, home for Cincinnati.
5-5, back to 500.
Oklahoma State, home.
5-6.
And then last but not least, on the road at UCF.
6-6, you're bowl eligible.
Tony M.
That's 3. That's 3 years you can win a bowl game. Wow.
Yeah. Tony M. That's 6 wins, Tony. D-Skills, that's 6 wins. Chris Pesman did say that a successful first year in his mind would be being bowl eligible. That's 6 wins. Will just said the Coogs will finish this season, predicted it 6-6. So there it is. Tony M. D-Skills. There it is, man.
My bad.
That's what Thursday's win over West Virginia really could lead to. Because if they had lost Thursday, they'd be 2-4. They're not going to win 4 of the last 6 games. But they beat West Virginia. So all I got to do is win 3 of the last 6. And they got some teams that they are on the same playing field, if maybe not playing a little bit better. The Cougs have confidence, unlike UCF and Cincinnati for sure. And Baylor, Baylor's like, ooh, I don't know what we're doing either here. So who knows?
Okay, let's say they lose to Baylor and finish 5-7. Then what?
But then you're getting into what I heard in July at Big 12 Football Media Day.
Mm-hmm.
2 folks told me if he goes 5-7, he's fired. Bobby Roy, thank you for chiming in. Appreciate it. Tony, walking back and forth, but 6 wins. He's praying. He's praying. All those praying emojis for him to not get 6 wins.
Right.
But yes, 5-7 in July. 2 different people said to me, if Dana goes 5-7, he'll be fired. So So Gus and Bobby Roy, y'all can see what side of the fence Tony M and these kids are on, right? If there's any
Wow. All right.
All right. In these final moments, because we're gonna get y'all.
Is
We're gonna
it?
get
I
out
don't
of
know
here.
what time it is, bro. Okay.
Oh yeah, but I want to end so folks can get ready to watch the Astros in Game 1 against the Rangers. But Gus asked a question. I forgot to put it up, make a slide out of it, so I'm just gonna read it. Let me see. All right. Is this Jimbo's last year? I mean, Gus is right. I think yeah. So I put it up yesterday. Put it on Threads and Instagram and on X too as well. Put the graphic up. 70. It's all guaranteed. It's all of his money. Bless his agent, man. I need his agent. My goodness gracious.
Wow, Sway.
Jimbo is probably done. Yesterday's loss probably did it. I texted an Aggie, and she was upset, but she's like, yeah, it's time for him to go. I mean, she wasn't hurt. She wasn't sad in this. Yeah, it's not my money. So, but $77 million is owed to Jimbo after this season. Last season, it was $86 million.
Yep.
So it goes down $9 million basically for the next few seasons. $77 million for a buyout.
I need all mine. That's what he said. I need all mine.
So again, salute to his agent. And then remember, the initial contract was $75 million.
Yep.
They bumped it up to $95 million and made it all guaranteed. All of it, all guaranteed. Man. And none of us, me, Will, D-Skills, Gus, Bobby Roy, Miss Wanda, Tony M, none of us would, if we were Jimbo's shoes. Oh, no, that's too much money.
No.
Oh, no, I don't want that. Are y'all serious about that? Oh, really? Y'all going to do? Oh, no, I can't take all that. No. I'd have been like, all of us be like, hurry up. Let's get to the sign. Where do I sign? Where's the DocuSign? Would I click yes? Man. But boy, salute to him. See D-Skills take another shot, man. It's past the AD at A&M too.
Oh wow, that's so man. Wow,
man. And Tony, I know where you're going, Tony. You want the Coogs to win, but I guess watching UH basketball success kind of makes you want to see a change in culture and success in football too now.
Maybe the next coach will bring in a winning culture. I don't know. Oops, did I say that?
That's what it's going to take. That is what it's going to have to take. But again, it is. Will, you said it. We said it. I've said it. 8-4 gets you fired.
Yeah.
Used to. 6-6. That's mediocre, Will. 6-6.
Yep.
You bring the man back after he goes 6-6.
Oh, I'm just spitballing. Can I say something?
Yes.
I just thought of this. So 6-6 to get you bowl eligible, but it's not guaranteed that you go to a bowl.
True. Need some help.
What if I say I see a scenario where a 5-7 Colorado goes to a bowl, but a 6-6 Houston doesn't?
Well, that would happen.
Oh, it would happen. I know.
Yes.
I know.
Yes.
I know. So then what?
He said it doesn't. Well, see, Chris
said bowl eligible.
Yeah, that's what Chris Pesman said. That's what he said.
Yeah.
He said that. He said bowl eligible. So he could use that as well. I did say that they were bowl eligible. They won 6 games. I didn't say he had to go to a bowl.
Wow.
I said bowl eligible.
Wow.
And that would make it even worse for the fan base. You bringing back a man who didn't even go to a bowl game, who you know we don't like, who you know we're not buying tickets, and you're going to bring him back anyway? See, John, there we go with the business. There we go. Mm-hmm. Business decision. You can't bring him back. See, Gus asked a question. Pesman probably D Skills. What say you about this one, Tony? D Skills. Wouldn't a 5-7 season be acceptable due to this being year one in the Big 12?
Wow.
That's low expectations, man. I could see Dana's friends of the program saying yes. But that's why I go back to what Pez said. Pez said bowl eligible 6-6. That's what he said. So I would use his words, his own words. So I'd say no. Plus, that statement from Chris Pesman, combined with what I was told at Football Media Day, that 5-7, Dana's going to be fired. I was shocked when I heard it because of all that stuff about Tillman and everything. But two different folks said it to me that they heard from money folks that if Dana goes 5-7, you'll be fired.
These skills on one today, boy. These skills on one.
Yeah, I mean, Pez was a finalist for the job at Washington.
Yeah,
and they hired Tulane's former AD, who's talking big talk.
Oh, listen, stay humble, bro. Stay humble. You was at Tulane last week. You don't do that coming into the Big Ten, son. Please don't.
So we'll see about all of that. First things first, Coogs this Saturday. No one gave me predictions. I asked y'all to chime in with some predictions on the score.
I got
Longhorns, Coogs. No one wanted to give a score.
I got one.
All right, what is it?
Prediction. Pain. No play. That's the Clubber Lane Rocket 3.
That's right, Clubber Lane. Yep.
Yeah, but no, I don't, man. Quinn Ewers, that young man is on fire, and he got Sark dialing it up.
And they're coming off a loss.
With a bye to sit 2 weeks on it.
Yep.
And the running back, the young man, that offense is loaded.
There we go. That's one. That'll cover the spread. That'll cover the spread. Yep. Because the line is like 22 right now, so that will cover it.
Yeah, that offense is loaded. And what West Virginia did to that defense?
48-10.
48-10.
Oh, let me be clear. And folks who are new to me, new to the show, new to the Houston Roundball Review, I am a proud, very proud UH alum. But I'm not going to call it a different way just because I'm an alum. I'm going to call it like I see and tell you what I've heard, tell you what I've seen, tell you what I've been told. They're going to get stomped Saturday. I hope I'm wrong. I do. I hope Andy's guarantee comes true and Andy talks smack for the rest of his life because it will be warranted that he guaranteed this for so long and it came true. I don't see it happening, but I hope I'm wrong. Gus wearing those Cougar glasses. Salute to Gus.
Wow.
24. See, I can't see UT scoring only 17 points, man.
Right.
I don't see that at all.
Right.
Like 17 in a quarter, maybe, but I don't see it.
Yeah.
I mean, if they did that, there's a lot of turnovers, and I don't believe it's bad weather forecast for this weekend, which would help the Cougs because, hey, rain, mud, stuff happens. Fumbles, turnovers, that help even everything out. Okay. If it happens, Longhorn fans be upset, but hey, you're playing the elements. That's what you get. But hey, D Skills says can't have a coach with negative charisma. Well, Tony says if we get embarrassed, he can get fired after church Sunday. I don't see that at all. Salute to you for being a season ticket holder since 2018. I'm an alum since 94. Graduated December 94. D Skills, and he's an alum too. In case y'all wondered, he's an alum as well. Rooting for the Cougs too, but things got to change in the football program. I agree on that also. From a national perspective, the recruiting isn't the same. The respect, Dana is just not respected nationally. His circle of friends is really small, but he's got the right circle of friends. Okay, so salute to him for that. But I just don't see it. Bringing him back for a second season. What we asked it a few times on this show. What would be the slogan for year 2 in the Big 12 with Dana? Yeah, he's back.
We're not serious. We don't want it.
Oh yeah, I forgot about this. The Texans are off this week, so gonna be a lot of media attention on the Longhorns Cougars game this Saturday for football here in H-Town. Woo! And if the Rangers Astros series ends in 5, that would be Friday. Then everything would be all eyeballs be on the Cougars on Saturday. No. Oh boy. Well, honest assessment right here. Yes, things definitely have to change. How about this one, Will? He's like the Jeff Fisher of college football.
7-9 BS. Yeah.
Gus, salute to you. Alum in 2011, salute. D skills with the slogan. Plenty of seats available.
Man.
Oh man. All right, Brother Gibson. Oh. Who would I hire? Who would be available? There'd be plenty of good choices available. That wouldn't be an issue. And again, it's not our money. And Tillman's worth $8 billion now. So paying Dana $14 million and then the staff $6 million to go away, $20 million to eight being there 8 times over.
Yeah.
For business wise, that's nothing. You know, that's nothing. But hey, that's a prediction. She doesn't want to give prediction about the game. Miss Wanda nor Bobby want to give prediction. And that's
didn't I just see the endowment was like $1 billion now?
Yeah. The endowment's growing. It's growing. And then a reminder for alums, the election in a few weeks, vote for the UH and Texas Tech and I think another university to be a part of the new PUF fund, permanent fund, to receive, I think, $500 million annually going forward. The Longhorns and Texas A&M have been part of their own personal fund since the beginning of Texas legislation. So they've received billions of dollars over the years exclusively. And didn't want to give to anybody else. But now the legislature has said put on the ballot. So UH alums, make sure you vote for that, vote in favor of it, so the Coogs can get some of that money, and that'll help go a long way for a lot of stuff. So it's also Texas State. I thought it was North Texas as well, but yes, thank you very much. So go vote for that and make sure that passes. So you cover a lot here on Folks Talking Sports. James Harden mess, the Cleveland Browns, some Coogs, some Texans, some politics as well. Where else but here on the Houston Roundball Review presents Folks Talking Sports, some Ohio State Buckeyes, a little bit about the team up north. What are you going to say?
I saw the best Big Ten football game of the year yesterday.
Oregon and Washington?
Yep.
But,
yep.
Were you watching it? Did you watch it?
Yeah, absolutely. I was.
Did you kind of get a sense when he went for it on 4th down?
That was over.
Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah. And what I caught a colleague of mine, Michael Penix Jr. was the quarterback at Indiana. And I called up a colleague of mine. I said, listen, I don't know if they're in the tarmac. I don't know if they're on the charter. I don't know if they're on campus. I don't know if they're on the bus. But if I'm the AD at Indiana, I'm firing Tom Allen right now. Not because they lost 52-7 to Michigan yesterday. It's because you let Michael Penix Jr. get out of here.
Yeah.
And I'm watching him do what he does on a weekly basis for Washington. Because he was in Indy. He started for Indiana. Got hurt, came back, and they just let him walk. So, yeah.
You know, I mean, sometimes coaches make you wonder about what they do or not do with what they have. You know? So, but that helps us in our shows and our platforms. Give us something to talk about. Man. So, but man, oh man, it was a heck of a game. Colorado, the shine is off. Got to bring in some new players.
He's building the program. It's not a one.
That's
it's not
it.
a 1 year.
He's building a program. And if you ask Coug fans, in the same situation, if you were at Colorado at UH, which coach do you have more faith in turning it around long term? Coach Prime or Dana? Majority of folks will say Coach Prime.
I mean, because to piggyback on Coach Prime, I mean, everyone focuses on 1-11 last year. They won 4 games the year before that. So 5 games in 2 years, and they're 4-3 in year 1 of the Coach Prime era. So he's coming. And no pun intended, but he's coming. Yep. He's coming. Just give him a little time.
All right, brother.
Yep.
You got it. I'm going to give you the big screen. I hope I got everything right here. We'll figure it out.
All right. Thank you, as always, Kris, for the opportunity. You can find me on, I'm still old school. I'm a rebel in that respect, I guess. Find me on Twitter at Will Gibson 7, on Instagram and at Will Knows Sports, and on Facebook at Will Knows.
Oh, so I got to change that on Facebook. All right.
Yeah. Will Knows is on Facebook. I didn't.
No worries, man.
Leave it like that. I'll change it. Leave it like that.
Okay, because I need 2 seconds. No worries at all, man.
Mm-hmm.
All right, everyone. Thank you very much, and enjoy the Astros Rangers. Brother Gibson, thank you for this. But I'm going to be back in an hour and a half at 8:30 Central Time for a few minutes on another edition of Folks Talking Sports, talking with Miss Kenitra Pulliams, the queen of the Big 12 now on ESPN Plus. We're going to have a discussion about this upcoming Big 12 basketball tip-off. She is in Kansas City, so I need to ask her, because I'm not sure yet if she'll be able to be there, but we'll discuss it and discuss the preseason poll. And KU, it's like the sun coming up, in the East. Kansas picked to win the Big 12. So, all right, Brother Gibson. Everyone, y'all know who I am. I am KG, Kris Gardner, owner of the Houston Roundball Review. Thank you to everyone for your comments. Mr. Cardenas, Ms. Polk, Gus, D Skills, Tony M. Everyone, thank you for chiming in on YouTube. Support the Houston Roundball Review. Support FTS. Y'all know how we do it here. We do things differently. Got to stand out.
Mm-hmm.
So we do things differently. To my colleague, Willy Gibson, thank you for joining me. To AD Moore, the AdMax Corner, talking Texans. This Saturday, we'll have another edition of Let's Rage Coogs post-game, or will it be a post-mortem of the Coogs Longhorns football game? That'll be also available here on the Houston Roundball Review YouTube channel. And reminder, if you haven't already seen it, watch the clips from today's Rockets practice after practice from Coach Udoka and Alpin Shingun. Alp said some hilarious stuff today, man. It's just gold. So watch that. Content aplenty here on the Houston Roundball Review on YouTube, because as Brother Gibson knows, since 1994, the Houston Roundball Review, local name, global perspective. Y'all take care.